Off by just give us a nice little intro, man.
Oh, me?
Yeah, of course, Kirk.
All right. Yeah. So I'm Kirk. I'm the founder and in a sense, the artist and creative lead for my project, CryptoDials. This is my first NFT project, and um, yeah, like I have working with a bunch of other people, and then my passion before I got into NFTs and stuff is watch collecting. So
Okay,
it's in a sense similar and very similar. It's just a physical version of NFT collecting, right? Watches are, it could be cheap, it could be expensive, but they're physical goods that people just love to collect, and they're luxury items that it's in a sense pretty much useless. The Apple Watch does a lot of things. It tracks a lot of data, and then just a basic watch, all it does is tells time,
mm-hmm.
right? But people love collecting them, and I noticed people love collecting NFTs, and like, you know what, the two worlds, there's some in between there where both worlds can meet.
For sure. I mean, when I heard about CryptoDials, I was kind of really excited because my mom growing up, she worked for Fossil and Guess and
Hmm.
and all them. So there
Oh,
was a lot of
nice.
watches in the house, right? And just like you,
Oh,
like
yeah.
watches are just such a classy, subtle statement. And if you have
Yes, for sure.
the right suit, the right pair of jeans and a dress,
Hmm.
it can really change up a look and a whole vibe you got going. So I think that's awesome. Are you with your NFT? Are you going to connect like physical watches in a sense, or are you looking to do that in the
Yes.
future? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually one of our, like, that's the base utility of our project. We're not just making, the big criticism of NFTs right now is like, oh, they're just JPEGs or just profile photos, right? But
Yeah.
not, in the past few months and in the coming months, we've seen a lot of projects just building up all the utility, and we aim to be one of those projects as well. And yeah, from the get-go, I'm partnered with, or I'm one of our founders too, is a um, an owner of a micro brand watch company too, and they've already moved thousands and thousands of watches in their own brand. So like, oh, you know what? We've worked together in the past. Let's work together in this, this Web 3.0. There's a lot of potential here, and we'd like to introduce watches to a lot of NFT and crypto collectors.
So like if I say I mint a crypto dial and then I get a specific watch, do I also eventually receive that physical watch?
No, what
Okay.
we're doing is, but the whole collection, we have a collection of 1,010 pieces.
Okay.
The whole collection can be built, right? So our mint date is to be announced, but it'll be sometime in the spring,
Mm.
before summer for sure, right? And a month after that, we're going to be releasing a build token or a build NFT where you can mint that separately, and then you burn that token to claim the NFT that you currently hold.
Oh, okay. So there'll be like a
Yeah,
separate mint to claim the watch version and
the
have it
physical.
built for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay. So that the
Hmm.
second mint will cover the fees to have it built.
Yes, yes.
Smart. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And on top of that, when you hold one of the NFTs, we'll be offering lots of benefits too, right? So it's not just like the physical, like if you want to build the watch itself.
Mm-hmm. That's
I got a
cool.
question for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a right or wrong way to which hand the watch goes on?
No, there's no wrong way, but it is typically on your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, you typically wear it on your left hand.
Okay. Because my
Because
dad
on your
always told me it goes on your left hand.
that is the majority of, because a lot of people wear or are right-hand dominant, so you put it on your left hand.
My dad also told me if it's not on your left hand, you didn't raised by a father.
Sounds like some
Well,
strict
yeah,
rules.
before the, this in a sense day and age, before years and decades before, people used to wear a lot of watches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
These days, nobody wears watches, but I think that's also the great thing about watches now these days. It's a lot about the story and passing on of the watches, because yeah, like you said, like your dad is the one teaching you about watches and where to wear them and how to wear them, because before watches were super important. It was it was an expression of self and style and fashion and style, and it adds a bit of sophistication to, you know, the everyday
Yeah,
man in a sense.
Yeah,
gives them a touch of class.
yeah. It's kind of like a tie, right? It's almost its own little statement if you choose it
Yeah,
to be.
for sure.
Yep.
And there's lots of styles with watches too. You got rappers rapping about watches. They're very popular fashion item, and they're super luxury too. It can be as cheap as $50, $100, or it could be $100,000, right? Or a million.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, I just watched some Nelk episode where Steve Will Do It gifted Donald Trump like a $250,000 Timex watch. That's like a rare, one of a kind Rolex or something.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a house, man.
Yeah, basically.
Guy's wearing a house on his wrist.
Yeah, they just wear basically, right? Like those gets when those get swiped, oh, yeah,
Mhm.
you got a house right there.
That's right. That's why it's the chains and the watches. I feel like the chains,
Hmm.
like you're right, the chains were like the jazz man's bling, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what got you into NFTs? Like, what made you want to start this project? What was the inspiration or the muse?
My brother-in-law got into NFTs a year ago. I'm not sure how far back he started, but he kept trying to convince me, like, hey man, you you're an artist, you're a photographer, you know, you could start and build something or make something. And back then I had no clue what NFTs were, right? It was very new to a lot of people. And like, what
Mm-hmm.
am I gonna do? Like, what is this ape stuff? What is this crypto punks kind of deal? And I guess I just realized like, oh, I started this back in November last year. Um, and I started seeing a few NFT projects offering utility, and like, oh, we can do that, right? It's not just randomized profile photos. So I thought like, oh, hey, I'm into watches, and in a sense, a lot of watches are similar, but can also just be, you know, very different in terms of color and style. So I realized like, oh wait, we can randomize this too,
Mm-hmm.
and actually build a physical version of the watch because I have connections in the watch industry too, right? So it's like, oh, might as well just start something and bring um, my hobby and introduce this hobby into like the NFT space.
That's I mean, like that's. I feel like a lot of founders are getting inspired that way, and a lot of artists, and that's what's really like incredible about the space.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Did
Are,
you?
are you,
Sorry, continue.
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead, man.
Um, I just go ahead. I just got distracted real quick.
um,
Sorry,
so
my kids just came in the room.
gold children.
Oh, what I was
There he
sorry
goes.
about that. What I was gonna ask you, do you sketch them all yourself, or are you using the PC to design them?
I use a PC. Um, Initially, I started sketching them out, but then, as with a lot of um, digital art, it's just easier to use a PC, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just
Uh,
use the program Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. You need to change the color, quick and easy. So, yeah,
all
sketching
right.
for sure, just to start off the idea, but everything is all digital on the computer.
Do you use
Nice.
a tablet or a sketch pad, or are you an old-fashioned mouse guy?
Uh, Old-fashioned mouse.
Oh man,
Oh,
I hear that's a lot harder when it comes to like digital design than a sketch pad.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But I do have a tablet as well, and you know, digital pen. But
Mm-hmm.
because of watches are just in a sense basic shapes like squares and circles and stuff,
Mm.
so a mouse just does fine. There's a
Okay.
lot of detail and symmetry that I can't do handheld
Yeah.
or hand drawn, right?
Now, are you using Blender or are you using another equivalent? Because I know there's quite a few programs
Oh,
out
there's a
there.
lot. No, this is just a 2D, so I'm just using Adobe Illustrator.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Are you so let's say that, like the roadmap. What are the some of the key things in the roadmap that you can share with us, and where are you right now?
Oof. Let's see. Um, right now, we already have the prototypes for the physical watches,
Mm,
right? So we're not waiting to mint. Like, okay, we finally minted. Let's start making the watches. We manufacturing has already started because, as you probably already know, supply chain issues with the whole world, right? Every
yeah.
industry is hurting. Everything is delayed. So like, okay, let's start manufacturing as soon as we can. We started that months back, and
Smart.
only now are we seeing like the actual physicals being made out of the factory. I don't even have them. They're just still at the factories right now, and they're just sending us photos of the prototypes. Like, oh, okay, how does this look? How does this look? So we're in that stage, and then all the art is done. So right now we're just in our marketing push now. Like that's why I'm here with you guys, and then we're starting to do other collabs now, and yeah, we're gearing up for mint.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that you
Sometime
have
in
like
a
a
few weeks.
physical utility already on the way before you've even started a mint is
Yeah,
huge.
for sure. Yeah, we want to deliver that, right? It's like, hey guys, we're actually making the watches, and not just like we might make the watches if we make enough and on mint, but no, we're actually already in the middle of manufacturing and production.
That's incredible, to be honest. Like almost every project I think I've been in terms of consumer, it's always like the utilities coming, the utilities coming. Thanks for
Yeah,
supporting
it's
us.
coming, it's coming. Yeah,
Yeah. But now it's like, no, I've already worked on my utility. Are you coming? That's pretty awesome.
yeah, yeah. So that's what we're because me and my partners and are the founders. We are already business guys outside of NFT,
Okay.
right? Like I have my own business. My partner who is building the watches has his own watch business. And so we're just trying to introduce a new audience or bring our passion and this watches thing into a new audience. And like, guys, we're professionals here. We can make the watches before you're even ready. So, yeah, like you said, are you coming? Because it's gonna be ready.
That's so like so for instance, if I look up Kirk Lucas on LinkedIn, am I gonna find your profile?
Not LinkedIn.
Not LinkedIn, okay.
Maybe Instagram.
Maybe Instagram. Okay.
Hmm.
Is there a way that people who are looking for that kind of doxed credibility and accountability, something they can look at in terms of that?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, like that's why I'm pointing at Instagram because I have a bit of not a huge following, but a few followers on Instagram.
Hmm.
My username is Captain Kirk Lucas, Captain abbreviated CAPT,
Yeah.
then Kirk Lucas,
Okay.
and my partner and co-founder who is building the watches, his watch company brand is called RZE Watches. That's RZE Watches, and he's already moved and sold thousands of watches. So like he's down, like oh yeah, let's build more watches. Like
He's just a watch Leonardo da Vinci. Just
yeah,
a
yeah, like you get a watch, you get a watch. Who else needs a watch?
Okay.
So with you said Mint's coming up soon. Do you have a date set in mind and a price yet?
We do have a date, but I'm not going to share that yet. It's soon. But our
Okay.
price is going to be point 0.1 ETH.
Point one ETH. Can you
Yeah,
give us for the podcast like maybe a range with a 2 week range? It's a little pre-alpha.
let's say end of May.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
That's good. That's a really good mint date, especially for everyone who's just hearing about this now.
Yeah, it gives everybody time.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
the point one
yeah, yeah,
ETH.
yeah. And it's also enough time for people to understand what watches are all about, right?
Hmm. Well,
Because
I
we
think
have
that's awesome to bring back the
yeah,
watch vibe and the coolness of watches through NFT.
yeah, for sure. We have a very dedicated watch community because I already have like a bit of a reach in a few watch circles,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and people are already passionate about watches, and I'm introducing these watch fans into NFTs and crypto, right? And so now I'm just trying to reach out to the people in the NFT and crypto space, like, hey, watches are fun, are great. It has lots of love in the community, and we just want to share it with you guys.
That's awesome. That's how you bridge the Web 2 to Web 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, so
So
oh,
go ahead,
no,
Narat.
no, you go for it, bro.
So with your team, you said you had you and your watchmaker.
hmm
Who else is on your team? And do you have like a dev already and your contracts written up?
yeah, so I have a dev. Our contract is still in the making. Our dev is super busy. Devs are so hard to come by these days. Everybody's super busy.
Do you?
Another member, sorry.
I'm sorry. And to add on top of that, do you plan on getting an audit on your contract?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have our dev. Our dev also has experience in other projects too that have delivered utility as well. So that's great because that's very important, right? Because we don't want a smart contract developer. We like, oh, do you have any experience in delivering physicals? And because that is a big part of our NFT project, right?
Mhm.
And yes, we will have it audited before mint and stuff.
Are you using the ERC 720? What is it? 721A?
I'm not sure the specific numbers because that's the other thing. Like, I have other team members for those specifics, right? Like, I have a community manager who I said is or who is my brother-in-law, who is the one who introduced me into NFTs. So he's
Okay.
also on my team, and I have another guy who is our brand strategist and just overall, in a sense, manager because he's also big into NFTs and crypto. It's like, all right, you guys handle that. I'm gonna do the marketing and the art and all the creative stuff while you guys deal with all this NFT crypto stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the smartest way to do it. There's so much to learn.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got in space, I was really ambitious. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make my own NFT. I'm gonna design it and
hmm
everything. And then I realized, oh, I have to learn how to like design and code.
Oh yeah. Like my first month, like, all right, let me do an NFT. Let's do a trial. I'll make like some traits, just rough sketches, and like, all right, how do I do this coding stuff? And then it all fell apart. I'm like, oh, okay, I think I need a team for this.
Yep.
Definitely. It's like it seems like it's Web3. I think is a lot more puts on your plate than you think.
hmm For sure. And I think the reality too, right, with a lot of people who are jumping into Web3 and NFTs is we all have day jobs. I mean, I have a day job right now. The rest of my team have day jobs, and then we're just trying to hustle on the side to, just to enter and break into this NFT space.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone's trying to break in from both sides. It seems whether you're someone's flipping or trying to make projects.
hmm
That's what's so exciting about it, and just getting to talk to different founders and hearing, like I never thought about a watch NFT until we heard about CryptoDials, and now
Oh,
and now
nice.
now I want one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It seems like that's how it always with the space. There's so many cool projects that you never would have thought about, and once you hear about
Yeah,
it,
for sure, right? It's you never think you'd get into stuff until NFTs because NFTs it brought back art collecting.
hmm
People are appreciating art more. It's like, oh wow, yeah, like here's a great artist, he has great art, and people are just pumped and psyched because it's a new space. Everybody's learning new things, and yeah, you're introduced to new hobbies. Like right now with CryptoDials, it's watches.
well, what's
Yeah,
the
that's
other?
crazy that you say NFTs are bringing the artist back because my son he draws and He's like, yeah, I want to go to this school to go do art and this and that. I'm like, why don't we just start an NFT collection?
Just do one right now.
I'm like, we can skip all the school stuff, son. I'm like, I'm letting you.
Yeah, years ago, you'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can I skip school and just start drawing?" Like, no, you go to
Yeah.
school.
And now it's
And
like
now,
skip
like, hey,
school, draw, and then pay your way through school after.
yeah,
Exactly.
like, hey, son, have you seen V Friends? Just give me some doodles. We'll mint that.
Oh man.
Exactly.
If only he would put the time in to do it.
You never know, man. It's exciting, bro. The one thing, like I myself, because I make music, and I'm just really
Oh,
excited
nice.
to see what happens and what I could possibly and other artists could possibly do in the music space with NFTs, because I feel like that's really not been tapped into quite yet.
Yes, I've seen some projects and heard of some projects like, oh yes, like a lot of industries are just trying to break in and just offer it a lot of new things, and it's super exciting, super exciting.
Well, yeah, a lot's gonna change. I'm also excited to see some games and stuff. Is there what kind of speaking of that, like on terms of what's on the table for CryptoDials? What's some collaborations that you guys have in mind for the future or looking
How
ahead?
far in the future?
However far you want, man. Give us kind of on the earlier and on the later side.
Um, in the far future, we haven't planned that out yet. Right now,
Mm.
we have a collaboration or upcoming with Board Breakfast Club. You guys know them?
Oh man.
They're
That's
they're the ones that have the coffee utility where if you hold one of their NFTs, you get a shipment of coffee um, every few weeks or something. Depends on how funded their community wallet is.
that's a pretty big partnership.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. We love those guys. Like, yeah, like a bunch of my my team and a bunch of our members are big fans of their project too. And then we're like, oh yes, we're psyched that we get to partnership or have a partnership with them.
That's awesome. It feels like
Yeah,
when you get to work with another NFT group, it's like you get to work with like that group of friends that's also doing a group project in class, and
yeah,
you get to collaborate together.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's really
yeah. And
sick, man.
one reason why we like them too is one is because of the physical utility. You get coffee, like actual coffee delivered to you, but and also the NFTs. One of their trait is or are watches, right? They have coffee and the apes and the backgrounds and stuff, but one of their trait is on their left wrist is a watch. And like, oh, hey guys, what's up?
Oh,
There's a partnership here.
All right.
that's sick. And you can definitely put some coding in where they take a pill and it randomizes the watch on their wrist.
Right.
Oh
I
wow,
mean,
bro.
yeah,
That'll be nice.
potential. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, we're just starting up with jumping onto their spaces and just some whitelist giveaways, and we'll see how it goes in the coming weeks and months. But yeah, we have long-term plans for CryptoDials for sure.
I mean, it sounds like it. Just the fact that you're building physical utility before mint should say more than enough that you guys are planning here to stay regardless of how things
Oh yeah,
go.
we're dedicated,
Yeah.
100%.
That's a huge alpha sign right there for you,
Yeah,
man. That's
no,
really
no rug
nice.
on this one. Like
No,
we're already
that's like these guys
we're
are
already
half
in it.
mint out and they're still gonna figure it out. Like
Yeah,
that's what you want in a founder.
yeah, we're in
Yeah.
this 100%, 1,000%.
Well, oh, how did you guys get connected with like the coffee NFT? Are you guys friends with people? Do you know some guys there, or was it just
Our
happenstance?
community manager or my brother-in-law is like he's been in the space for a while, so he knows a few of their moderators, and they reached out, and also on Twitter, me and my team we started shilling their stuff, and like, okay, who are these guys just shilling Board Breakfast Club? Like, it's hey, CryptoDial's here, and then we just it started from there.
That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. And you guys are gonna do the whitelist. So how many whitelist spots are you guys gonna have?
Um, I have to ask the rest of my team, but we have right now. Honestly, I actually don't know. I had like my team gave me some numbers. Like, all right, good, that's good. So right now, I honestly can't tell you, but we have a lot.
I mean that's good news for anyone that's looking at Mint. That says that
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still really early to get whitelisted.
yeah. Right now, it's still super early. It's still super
Are
early.
you planning to over allocate just to make sure everything mints out, or with your
Uh,
supply you think that you would be okay?
we'll be okay. Um, our goal is not to really mint out. If it happens, it's great. But we already have a target um, where if we hit it, then we're good, right? We don't need to sell out on our like 1,001 or 1,010 collection.
All right.
That's right.
Any plans for in real life events after minting? Maybe after the watches, like a party or anything, people could
Oh
come
yeah,
and show. All
for
right.
sure. Like I'm based in Toronto.
Oh hey oh, I'm from Toronto
Oh,
too.
sick. Well, there you go. So yeah, when
Oh
we have
man.
a mint soon, like we plan to invite like all our members to hang out. Depends how many that is. And one of our things too, we just keep hoping is I don't know in the coming months, sometime in the fall, like we all fly out to Alberta, Canada,
Mm.
and have like a casino style royale there, because a bunch of our members just are just degens in our Discord casino, right? So
Let's
we
gamble.
just we're just into that. So like, oh, you know what? Let's all just hang out, play some poker, play some roulette, and yeah, have a good time.
I mean that sounds like a good old Canadian weekend up at the cottage.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And one of our or here's an alpha. One of our merch is custom poker chips.
Oh,
Yeah, we have that one already made, and then we're gonna be selling that in our merch store. And if you're if you mint, you might get like a free poker chip or something. I don't know. You
oh,
know?
so there already might be some hint, hint, nudge, nudge physical utility that comes with minting.
Yeah, before the watches come later, but before that, you might still get some actual still physical utility. Who knows? Hmm.
Damn, bro, you guys are just so much utility coming. That's not even like before mint too. It's like it's crazy. It's the opposite of everything that's happening right now. Like I hope that like after everyone watches this video, they're like, all right, I know my next project.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys are psyched. But yeah, like I said, like me and my team, like before this NFT space, we already have our own businesses, so we have experience running business and selling merch and selling watches. So like, come on, guys, hop on, jump in.
Yeah, you guys are clearly gonna figure out get your way up to the moon where other people are jumping on the ride or not. I like it. Yeah, well, Black Diamond, you got any more questions for the lovely gentleman?
Uh, just a couple. What are your thoughts on floor price of your project?
The floor price, honestly, for us, it doesn't matter if it goes up, like great. But for that's why we have a floor mint price, and we have the second build token that's coming out later. That is just going to cover the um, physical utility of our project, right?
Mhm.
And that one I'm actually leaving up to the rest of my team how to figure out what happens when we mint. But for me, and I'm just psyched to build my own watches and just share this hobby and this passion with a bunch of other new collectors.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad it's a hobby for you and something that you're really passionate about, and it makes it even better that it's something that you're doing in real life,
Hmm.
instead of a cash grab compared to these other projects that are going around.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you guys, yeah, the mint goes straight to the community wallet, and that community wallet is what is gonna, cover the manufacturing cost, which is already ongoing. So yeah, like we're stoked.
Do you guys plan using that wallet to invest in other protocols or um, make some
Well,
type of DAO out of it?
no, for the DAO we haven't considered that yet, but maybe for some more alpha is this first 1010 collection is just the first. We still have more drops coming, which we've already planned for fall and winter. So CryptoDials, this first mint out is just the first of many drops.
Nice. Well, that's all the questions I had for you for right now.
Yeah, I think I mean, just what is there anything you would like to tell everyone that's watching now and in the future?
um, I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess for the watches, I just want to say like these watches are not the typical fashion watches you just see um, that's being sold online, right? These are what you call automatic watches. Have you guys heard of that term?
Um,
Yes.
no, I haven't. I'm a layman on that.
Yeah, so automatic watches are basically not not battery powered.
You need the winders.
Yeah, the winders, which is basically the watches are inside the mechanism is all springs and gears, and it's called automatic because if you just wear it on your wrist, the movement on your wrist winds the watch, right? So you don't have to do anything. There's no battery to swap out. There's no battery that will just decay over time. All you have to do is just wear your watch. The movement on your wrist will just wind the internal components, and that powers the watch. That's how it's been done for a century now, right? That's how watches were initially made,
Yeah.
and that's why it's a big deal or it's a big hobby these days because um, watch watches in general is just an art form.
Yeah, they definitely has like clockwork and locksmithery is
Yeah,
a total
yeah,
metal artworkness to it.
yeah.
That's cool, man. Like me as a geek, like I'm just a geek myself, and like when I hear stuff like that, and like I love physics and stuff like that. So hearing that like I can have a watch that will like wind itself is like it's making me geek out a little.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
you. I was definitely happy when the Rock told me that it was CryptoDials because I don't want to say I collect watches, but I collect watches mostly Invictus.
Hmm.
That's my go-to brand. But
Oh, Invictus are great. Those are automatic watches too, right?
no, they have battery. Well, I mean they have some cheap ones and then they have some
Hmm.
diamond studded ones. So
Hmm.
they
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
whole wide
yeah. I know
range
from
of them.
Invicta brand. Yeah, they offer a huge variety.
Yeah, Shaq. I believe Shaq has a partnership with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, learn something new every day. Well, that I mean it's been great having you here, man, and get to know you and your project.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
It's like
no
it's really
problem.
exciting hearing about it, bro.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're stoked because yeah, like it's exciting to finally like this is one of our first collabs actually, or just reaching out outside our Discord because my Discord is just a bunch of watch nerds and watch fans, right? And now we're like, all right, let's start reaching out to crypto NFT spaces and see if everybody's stoked.
Right, that's the way to do it.
Appreciate you coming joining us today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you
Thanks for
wanna
having me.
maybe give a shout out where everyone can find information and all this stuff for you and your project, and then also afterwards send that to me in a DM, and I'll put it in the description of this video when I put it up, so it's really easy for everyone to find you.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, thanks for having me, guys. My project's called Crypto Dials. We're gonna make watches. Our website is cryptodials.io, Twitter /cryptodials. And if you want more information about project, it's on our website, on our team where we're all fully doxed, or more on me, more on our watchmakers. It's all on our website, cryptodials.io.
So y'all follow them, like, retweet, show them some love. CryptoDials. We appreciate you coming and joining us today.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Kirk.
Thanks for having me.
All right. All the best.
Peace. Thanks, guys.
Peace.